Every type is constantly perceiving, taking in information, processing it, and making decisions based on that information. So when I say a type is introverted or extroverted or judging or perceiving, what I really mean is that they are doing this most of the time or the majority of the time, not that they're only doing this or that it's the only thing they can do. Hello and welcome back to another video here at Personality Solutions. This is a continuation of last week's video, so if you haven't watched that yet, make sure to watch that before watching this one. I will also link to that video somewhere at the top of the screen, so be sure to check that out. So this is just going to be a brief video where I go into how to determine whether a type is introverted or extroverted or judging or perceiving. I wanted to make this just a quick separate video because this is just a side kind of video because, as you know from the previous video, if you watched that, I don't really like to label any type as an introverted type or as an extroverted type or as a judging type or a perceiving type. I think it's more about the cognitive functions and what function you're using. I really feel that any type can be an introverted type or an extroverted type depending on the context and the situation. And same with perceiving versus judging or decision making types. Every type is constantly perceiving, taking in information, processing it, and making decisions based on that information. So when I say a type is introverted or extroverted or judging or perceiving, what I really mean is that they are doing this most of the time or the majority of the time, not that they're only doing this or that it's the only thing they can do. So that's a disclaimer there for you for this video. Alright, so now that's out of the way, let's get into the video. Okay, so how to determine whether a type is introverted or extroverted. So this one it's what I mentioned before. Whatever function you have as your primary cognitive function, that's what you go by. So if your primary cognitive function is introverted, like introverted feeling or introverted thinking or introverted sensing or introverted intuition, then your type is going to be introverted. If on the other hand, your type has an extroverted function as your first cognitive function, so extroverted intuition, extroverted sensing, extroverted thinking, or extroverted feeling, then you're going to be an extroverted type. So that's pretty straightforward. What's a bit more complex is the judging versus perceiving types. This gets a bit trickier. So judgers versus perceivers are determined in relation to how they interact with their external environment. So whether you're going to be a J or a P type is determined by your first extroverted function. In other words, you look at what is your first extroverted function and whether that function is a decision-making function or a perceiving function. That's what determines whether you're a judging type or a perceiving type, which means you get that little J or that little P at the end of your four letters. So the judgers are the types that have either extroverted thinking or extroverted feeling, TE or FE, as their first extroverted function. So whether that's first in their stack or second in their stack. If they have TE or FE first or second in their stack, then they're going to be a J type. And then types that have their first extroverted function as extroverted intuition or extroverted sensing, which are the two extroverted perceiving functions, they're going to be perceivers, which in other words means they're going to have that little P at the end of their type. Well, it's not little, it's just a regular P, but you get what I mean. I'm putting a little graphic over here and throughout this video so you can get a better idea of what I mean. But I think once you see these graphics, you'll get what I mean. Alright, that's it for this quick video. Like I said, I just wanted to make a quick video on this. And next week, I will be going into the cognitive functions in detail, explaining each of the 8 cognitive functions, also explaining each type's role in this world, what their unique role is, which I talked about in my previous video. And I will also be going into how to stack the functions. So the stacked functions are what make up each personality type, and I'll talk about that in the next one. If you're interested in that, hit the subscribe and bell button below to be notified when that comes out. And if you have introverted or extroverted functions and would like coaching to learn how to make the best of them, to be your own unique type and to succeed in life with your cognitive functions, personality coaching might be for you. Check out the description below to learn more about that. And if you found value from this video, feel free to hit the like button below, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.